Hey, before we start, I now recognize why yesterday's energy, why I could barely sit still. I think it's the moon again. I think we're heading towards the full moon, and it got me. That and the message was so powerful yesterday. But now that I know that there's a stream of energy going through me that isn't coming just from me, I feel like I can like say, okay, now I can write. Remember yesterday I told myself like 5 or 6 times, bring it down, and I just 2 seconds later I'd be back up. Okay, I got another big message, but I'm calming it down. But I'm gonna say some other things that came through before we get to the message. One, are you thinking about like natural detox stuff? Is that something that's on your mind, or you started kicking around, like looking at older remedies and organic, natural, in particular? Have you thought about castor oil? Is that something that's been on your mind? It just suddenly popped up, and I bought castor oil last year to make this pine salva. But yeah, or like dietary changes, trying to go more natural. That's a feeling that's been coming through. But besides this morning, I haven't thought of castor oil since I bought it, since a year ago. Another message that came through last night was it said the next snakes are your adventure, and I'm like, huh? And it made sense. It's like you're getting so strong that when the next, deceptive, kind of sneaky thing pops up, it's not going to take you by surprise. Is that a feeling you're starting to feel like you can handle other people's shenanigans because it's not affecting you as much? But yeah, this morning I had a heck of a deja vu. I mean, I was a part of it for about 3 seconds. It felt like, but it was really, really crystal clear, and that made me feel, something's going on. So here I am. And this next thing that I thought of about last night, or the visual came to me, and this is going to kind of lead into the message I heard this morning. Is I got this image. We talk about wounded and healed, and in this game, and the wounds are just the things the influences that have come into your life that have made you come up with defenses and made you, hide parts of yourself so you seemed more acceptable, or you kept the peace, or, all the reasons. And those are the wounds, and the healing is coming back to knowing that those aren't you, and those thoughts aren't yours, and that you really are 100% worthy and deserving of everything, as much as every single other being. Yeah. But I saw wounds that travel through people, and we talk about generational wounds, and that's a real deal, like it's passed down. Like you've got an abusive parent that abuses, and then that person is not wanting, sorry, that's a terrible, they develop this stuff that wants to pass on those wounds, and we can't help it. Like really, like if we're unaware of it, it's very, very difficult to see and to get to the root of and stop. And yeah, and even like think about it, can happen through families, through time, or on a playground. You get a snotty kid out there that's hurting from just their morning breakfast, or the lack of. Could have been the thing, and they come to school and it hurts, and it gets sent out, and it's tough. So all of that being said, energy, what's coming through here? The booming sentence was, you're doing what they couldn't. I'm putting that in the title. I'm not messing around with typos or cutesies or what did I say? Soul bait yesterday. I mean, it's its own clickbait. You're doing what they couldn't, and I'm sure you're feeling the meaning to that sentence already. But it's definitely meaning about breaking cycles and the wounds, like especially family wounds. And there are people that are breaking it when it gets to them, you know, that kids on the playground that are healthy, happy, loving, loved, and they get the wound come at them and it fizzles right there. And so it's not getting passed on by that kid. And, you know, and throughout phases of our lives, you know, people are healing at all times, all ways, and they're able to stop that wound and that wound from traveling. Yeah, that's the feeling I got. So it just feels like that statement, you're doing what they couldn't. It also feels like balancing. And so that's the other thing I've been thinking about time a lot and choices and balance. And, you know, I thought about my life and I realized I grew up all wands and swords, all ideas and inspiration and achievement. And you know, money was villainized in our house. Like rich people are bad and money is the root of all evil and bad, bad, bad. So pentacles out the door and cups. I feel like my generation is on the tail end of the, you know, seal off the cups, don't show emotion, yeah, it's go time, it's all go, go, go. And we're I'm not talking about a region or anything. It's just part of our human history. And, you know, the generations coming before us were a lot of builders, pioneers, makers. They didn't have what they thought. They didn't have the time to like get in touch with how they feel. And man, maybe if they had, we wouldn't have all this other stuff, all the other hardships that come with just, you know, head down, just grind and go. Anyway, I feel like I'm still talking fast. I've intentionally toned it down from yesterday. But that, yeah, you're doing what they couldn't. You know it. You know you're in here. You're checking in. You're honoring memories and thoughts and feelings, giving them their due and letting them go. I sense this. I sense this, people. All right, Spirit. What more would you like us to know? All right, I'm going to do 3 cards at a time and we'll ask another question. And I'll really try to dip into that intuition as much as possible. Take like the pride stuff out and the, you know, I gotta do well. My little booklet will be here in case the intuition says, hey, dive deeper, you know? So yeah, I'm not gonna study ahead. I'm gonna intuitionize. And yeah, castor oil. Yeah. And yesterday I was asked, the pets came up and I was like, it just said pets, you know? It was like, I don't know if you're dealing with a pet that's hurting or aging, or if you're getting a new pet or annoyed by some barking. I don't know. Okay, Spirit, what else? What would you like us to know? Okay, we've got the moon, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands, all upright. So the moon, we're getting new possibilities. I think that's what it's all about. And what I love about this card is there's the moon and the sun all together. It's a bright sky. The creatures are drawn to it, howling at it. Oh yeah. Is there an opportunity? an opportunity, but that might bring some wealth. Maybe something you've been thinking about. This might be a financial thing. It feels like an opportunity you've been thinking about is something's coming in to like rejuvenate it, respark it. Do you have a manuscript half written somewhere and it's starting to come back to the front of your mind? Yeah, it feels like a project started. A project was started, a creative project, like something from the heart was started, and it maybe got put on hold for a while, but there's an opportunity on the rise, like a moon or the sun is on the rise. Oh yeah. All right, let's talk more about this opportunity. Spirit, tell us more about this opportunity. Everything came up in reverse. Everything came up in reverse. And it feels like what it's trying to tell us. I'll show you the cards in a second. But everything came up in reverse. And it's taken me right to Seinfeld and George Costanza. There's an episode in it, because he's kind of like, if you're a lot younger generation than me and you haven't seen Seinfeld or watched it or cared to watch it because they seem, a little bit too like, George Costanza is this frustrated little guy who's always like coming up on the short end of things and unlucky with jobs and women and all the stuff, that you sometimes define your life progress by. And then he came up with this idea that all his instincts were wrong and that everything he thought he wanted to do, he would flip it. And he just started making all these great decisions, or not great decisions, but they started coming to him. So I feel like you just need to think outside the box, or just change your perspective a little bit. Change your perspective, and this guy will come. And it's the Hangman in reverse. And that Hangman is usually that pause, right? It is a 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And I think of the 6s as a pause between changes. Like 5 is, the number 5, and all those 5s kind of represent an internal change, like really looking in and like, okay, where we start. 7s, I feel like, are more of an external change, like a change in your life. And 6 is kind of that delicious pause in between. And it's in reverse. And the King of Wands is in reverse. And I'm going to go to the book for that. And I'm a little bit scared, but I feel like I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't want to ruin it. We're going to the book. We can't ruin this. Okay. Intuition is telling me, hey, think outside the box, change what you've been doing. What worked in the past only got you so far, and it's time to try something new. King of Wands, let's read him right side up. An energizing leader who established himself by lighting a path that others can easily follow and aspire to. So an energizing leader, so maybe it's more about yourself. Upside down, unrelenting in goals. Well, that's a lot brighter than I thought. Unrelenting in goals. So maybe this is resparking an old creative goal, and it feels like just you get outside of what was trapping you. And maybe you think about what was holding you back. What was holding you back? Because you're going to be unrelenting. It's go time. It's unrelenting. We're not pausing. it's just go. Spirit. What was holding us back? What was holding us back? I'm held back on stuff too. Not making videos though. I'm making videos like crazy, one every day for Scorpio season. Spirit, what's kind of the energy that's been holding us back? That's the thing. Energy that's been holding us back. Okay, we got 7 of Swords. Oh man. And the Chariot. And the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like, did someone, it almost feels like someone stole your work. Someone stole your idea and ran away with it. Someone stole something valuable of yours. I don't know if your time, your ideas, something. This is what's holding you back. Something or somebody took something from you. Like it just, that's what I'm getting. They took something from you and ran off with it. This is the story that I see. Yeah. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. I'm not going to ask why. Why? We don't need to know why about that. Right? You know what it was. You know what it was, and you probably even know why. So let's say, hey, what Spirit, what energies will move us forward? That's what we're talking about. Towards this unrelenting goal, go after. What energies will move us forward? Are you ready to tap in? Are you ready to tap in? Oh, dang. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you them all. These are the energies that you need to tap into. Oops, let's cover her up. I'm not monetized or anything. What are they going to do to me? I'm practicing. Okay. Page of Cups. We're gonna read these guys. King of Pentacles. It's just such an awesome combination. I love this combination because it's using every part of you. All right, it's using every part of you. So you got this young, youthful, feminine energy that's like next level. It's a Fool, but it's next level. Like just go for it. Like the Fool, but you've got everything on your side. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good. And you've got this powerful King of Pentacles. But I'm gonna read them to you because I bet there's words in there that are gonna go boing to you. Let's go in order. Page Cups. And these were all upright. Oh man, isn't that crazy? These are all upright. All right, Page of Cups. An open and artistic soul with deep connection to the inner and outer world. News, messages, psychic ability. Talked about your kind of healing energy. You might be tapping into that. Contemplative youth. So it's like that childlike wonder and fun of creating and learning and soaking it in. Yeah. And then the Star, I think that's like the quiet after the storm. Things are returning to peace. The quiet after the storm, issuing peace and calm of the soul, leading to inspiration and openness. So there's an openness to the world, openness to letting yourself out, letting the world in, and in a calm way for the inspiration, like calm, inspired. Oh, this is great. And then we go to King of Pentacles, and I don't think there's anything that's going to hold you back. That wealthy man, so some masculine energy, which we've talked about, like relentless going after the goal. That feels very masculine energy to me. But it might be balancing you out. You might have just come through a period of deep reflection, feminine energy, taking care of yourself, healing, doing whatever. And this is saying, hey, when you're ready, you just go. So, wealthy man who continues to reap dividends, builder, brave, you're going to need that. Business, real estate, financial freedom. And that's, the pentacles have been coming up. We've had a pentacle in every round of cards. And that's told us a story. And it feels like this is saying, hey, when you feel ready to go, like investigate that last block that's keeping you, and just make a goal and go relentlessly after it. And, for a while, and maybe it's just like a 1 week of relentless go after it until it builds its own momentum or whatever. I just have this feeling that once you write the next sentence, once you find the next chord, I don't know, I'm not a music guy, find the right keys, the next note. If you're making videos, just turning on the camera, that can be really difficult. All right, Spirit. This is super positive. I love where you're going. I love how it's just this combo of like masculine and feminine energy and tapping into your own strength. It feels unstoppable. All right. Any last messages for us, for the love of it? Okay, hold on. I want to get real specific on this message. What is the last thing you want us to know as we kind of head towards that kind of neglected area of life, or whatever you call it, as we go back to that passion? What else do we need to know? All right, here we go. All right. We got the Queen of Cups. Man, I feel like she'd be a nice partner with the King of Pentacles. We got 4 of Swords in reverse and 6 of Cups in reverse. We got Cups on either side, Swords in the middle. So the overall picture is, it's balance. It is balance. It's this, hey, the what you call it, the go, the do, the masculine energy is balanced on both sides with the feminine energy of Cups and the strength of this Queen, and then like this community. Yeah, it's about going for it, but staying in balance, like not letting your energies get out of whack. And I understand. I understand how it's real fun at first, especially to get out of whack. Do you see the light starting to come through? Oh, it's a sign. We started in the darkness and we're ending in the light. I didn't put my painting up because it was dark outside, light in here, and I didn't want to open the curtains and put it on the sill and have people looking at me while I'm recording. Yeah. But yeah. Do you feel like we moved from the darkness to the light? It's not. You weren't that dark. You know what you're doing. Okay. I'm all done. I haven't told you I love you yet, but I do. We're in this together. I accept you. I accept your journey. And you know what? It's funny because I keep saying accept. And just as a caveat, in case anybody's not listening closely or just hears me say accept everything, you can accept everything about a person, but you don't have to accept their behavior toward you. Like you can love yourself enough and be strong in your energy and your feelings and your sense of self and your wholeness, and revel in the beauty of your wholeness. And when another soul comes to you and they are 100% worthy and beautiful soul but they might have some defenses and some offenses that are a little prickly and, you know, not your cup of tea. So, yeah. So I accept you. I accept what you've been, what you're gonna be, and I want to support you in it and hope the best for you and us and we. And that's it. How do I feel about this one? I feel like the message was strong, but by trying to be calm and actually kind of being a little groggy in the morning, I feel like my energy was lower, but I hope the message still got there. I hope you were entertained. And yeah, like anything that felt good, lean into it. And if it felt bad, think about it. And if it didn't feel like anything, it wasn't for you. All right, I love you and goodbye.